We upgraded the Steam Review Guesser Chrome extension. In our version, instead of choosing between 6 different options and trying to guess the correct number of reviews, you'll play as a publisher. When you land on a Steam page, you see a price. It's up to you if you want to invest the money that the developer is asking for and hope that you'll get that money back plus some profit, or if the game doesn't seem like it's really going to pay off, move on to the next one. It's a fun little twist on a really cool Chrome extension. Let's check it out. So here you can see a little bit of what the extension looks like. So on the top left, we have your money, and this is the max money that you've made during this run, and a button to start a new game. This is on our first game that we published called Kiwi vs. Desert. Since this is a free-to-play game, it doesn't actually work here because there's no profit calculations we can make. So we can just go ahead and click next on this one, and we'll get an idea of how this one works. So this game, this is one of the problems that happens sometimes, but it's not a huge deal. So essentially, this game is asking for 47,000. We currently only have 28,000. Well, let's actually start a new game. So this is what you start with, 26,000. And yeah, now we're on a game that we can afford, so that's a lot better. So this game is 3,000. And we need to decide if we think it's going to make $3,000 back or more. So we have this little helper here. In order to break even on this investment, we would want to see 9 reviews approximately. So we have to look at this thing. It looks like a little platformer. The capsule looks good. We know platformers don't tend to do too well. 3,000 is a pretty low price, so I think there's a chance it's sold, and that's at $9.99. Oh, that seems like a lot for a platformer. I am going to say it did not get 9 reviews, and let's say no. Oh, I was wrong. It's 13. So this one would have actually returned $642. But when you play as a publisher, one thing you'll notice is it's always safe to not publish the game. So this is like the example that I think we've seen before. Essentially, they're asking for $100,000 here. We don't have it. We only got 26,000. So you can still press show results to see if this would have been a good investment. In this case, that would have netted $4,000 with an estimated 3,600 units sold at $30. Let's go on to the next one. It's 90,000. Can't afford this one also. 70. All right, we had to skip through quite a few there, but I think we're finally on a game that we can afford. So let's take a look at it. This one's called Yar's Revenge. Take flight as you explore exotic alien worlds and seek to avenge your fallen race. It's a cool premise. The graphics look good. The capsule looks good. They want 17,000, so that would be 52 reviews at $10. That seems reasonable. I wouldn't be surprised if this game got 52 reviews. Let's see if there's some variation in the screenshots. I would say a little bit. It definitely doesn't look like it's just like one small area. I mean, it could just be one area behind fog. But it looks decent. It looks like a little bit of variation. So I'm going to invest. This is 17,000. That's a lot of our total money, but let's see how we do. Not bad. We gained 1,700, so that was a correct decision. All right, now we're in another game we can afford. This one is pretty interesting looking. It definitely looks like it's fairly high quality. For 6,000, it seems like it could be a good deal. This is published in 2014, and the price is $2.99. So I feel like 61 reviews since 2014 is probably pretty reasonable. It looks like it could be a fun game. The screenshots have a bit of variation. Let's go for it and invest. There we go. So we made $798 on this one. All right, this game is Hidden Animals Photo Hunt. The developer's asking for $9,000, which means we would want 91 reviews at $3 a piece. That feels like a lot for a photo hunt game, which does not look like it's super polished. From 2018. Let's go ahead and pass on this one. That would have been a loss. So that is a correct decision. Okay, this game I'm not sure if it's going to be a terms of service problem. Let's just skip it. We could afford it, but it didn't seem like the kind of game we want to put on YouTube. Let's look into, not this one. All right, here we go. This one's a big one. So for this game, they want $25,000. That's going to be a pretty big chunk of our money. We have 28,000 total. So, I mean, even if it's a bad investment, it's unlikely we would lose all of it, but it's a lot to gamble with. I think it's worth it though. I mean, from the capsule looks really good here. The game is only $3, which sounds cheap. Or oh, interesting. So it's a free game. And the commercial license is $3. So this one's probably not going to be very accurate. This is probably, if it's free, it might have gotten extra reviews. Let's go ahead and invest. Ooh, we lost money on it. All right, here's another one. So this one is really like one of the most expensive games that we could afford. Looks like they're calling it Herbal's Tycoon, but it was probably not released in English initially. So the audio's in Chinese, but it does support several languages. This one would be hard to guess, I think. Let's just go ahead and gamble since it's such a large amount. That means we could make a lot of money on it. And we did pretty good. 5,000, that gets us up to 32. All right, this one looks interesting. Battle Simulator. So this looks like a really basic game, like something that a really entry-level developer would be working with. We would need 183 reviews to break even here at a price of $199. To me, that feels like we wouldn't quite hit it. So I think we're going to go ahead and pass on this game. And that is the correct decision. That one was a loss. Yeah, here's another one where we can't quite afford it. This one's 43,000. That is something I'd like to fix with a future version, is to only show games you can afford. But for now, I don't have the data to predict that before we land on the page. But we can still show results. Like this one, for example, I would probably have invested in if we had a little more money. And that would have been a bad decision. That would have been a loss. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, if you are really interested in trying to evaluate Steam pages and figure out how successful the game was just from the Steam page, probably the original extension is a better choice for that. Just because, I mean, a lot of times, like here, for example, break even would be 65 reviews, and it actually got 63. So being off by like 5 or 10 reviews is not really, it's not the type of thing you can accurately determine just from a Steam page. The original one operates off of kind of like orders of magnitude, right? So it's like, is it like 20,000 or 2 or something in between? So that one is a lot better, I think, for actually guessing. But what I like about this is it's just gamified, and it's kind of like gambling with fake money. So you just get to like browse through Steam. You still get to see a lot of pages. You get to evaluate how good the page is, figure out what makes a game look valuable, what makes it not look valuable. And then you have this sort of like meta money game publisher simulator on top of it. So yeah, to me, it's really fun. I hope you guys try it out. If you want, I'll throw the source code up on GitHub and link that in the description. So if anybody wants to download this and play with it, feel free. It is a fork of Jonas's code, so pretty similar to what he did. He did a lot of the hard work, and we just added a little bit of UI on top of this and changed up the game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully it's fun. If you guys want to follow along with us and learn more about us, we're a small game studio based out of Southern California. It's a 2-person game studio, and yeah, feel free to subscribe to YouTube if you want to keep up with us. We don't publish much here, but we may start. And also hop into the Discord if you have questions or want to chat, or maybe even have ideas about this extension or something. So I think that's it, and hopefully you guys get a chance to try it out, and hopefully you like it.